What's going on, everybody? My name's Danny. Welcome back to Crypto 99 for another market update. This video, we're going to talk about fake news. Not the typical fake news if you live in the United States, or really across the world probably have heard fake news, the dishonest media. We're not talking about the dishonest media. We're just talking about a little bit of a premature story or a misunderstanding of a statement made by Goldman Sachs that could have contributed to the market falling. I'm going to talk about that. The market actual falling yesterday first briefly, and then jump into a market update, talk about that premature release and misunderstanding of some stuff, and then some Coinbase stuff here at the end too. So the market obviously took a huge dip yesterday. It's no big secret. If you have been in cryptocurrency for more than 24 hours, you know we experienced some crazy shit. And there's been a lot of talk of, oh, it was manipulation. There's people that cry manipulation. I'm one of those. Then there's people that say, no, dumbass, it's just regular volatility. You don't know anything about markets. And there's people fighting about what actually caused it. And I think it's partially a misunderstanding of verbiage. I don't think people would say it's manipulation means it's illegal manipulation. I know market manipulation in traditional markets is illegal, but we all know the markets are manipulated. And I'm not crying foul that everyone's doing illegal activity. I just get pissed when I see it because I hate it because I feel for the retail investor. So we can argue all day long whether it was manipulation, whether it was natural volatility, which it was doesn't look natural to me. I mean, I showed that yesterday in my video, and I've also looked at the charts. It doesn't look natural to me. But either way, does it really matter? Not particularly. I mean, we all know the markets are manipulated, so that's no big deal. And we all know the markets are super volatile. So whichever one it was, both are true, and they also are mutually exclusive. And it's volatility. With volatility doesn't come manipulation, and but with manipulation obviously comes some added volatility. But we don't need to be arguing about what it is. I think it's manipulation. Jane Fonda thinks it's not. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. But nevertheless, we had a big dip in the market yesterday, but everything is seemingly recovering a little bit today. I'm not going to say that I'm flipped back to bullish, although I did open some medium-ish leverage longs yesterday. I actually tweeted out a picture of the prices that I entered in, my price, the market price at that time, and the liquidation price. I think it was like 63.75 or something on Bitcoin, and like 220 or something on Ethereum. Something of that nature was my entry prices. So we'll see how those pan out here in the next couple of days. But everything decent, little holding steady. I say holding steady. Don't steady in the micro, obviously, for cryptocurrency. But Bitcoin, big picture, big-ish picture. Big picture in crypto is like a little bit. You can't go too big. So obviously we were on our slow uptrend, had that crazy dip yesterday from about 7,400 all the way down touching 62 in 12, 15 hours, some crazy number, with a brief pause around 6,900 where you did see some strong support, some indecision there, and then the continuation. So as of right now, we are in, I know you've heard me say this on the macro, but we're in a micro rising wedge, and typically, we learned this yesterday. We broke down out of the rising wedge from the day before, albeit we went a lot farther than I thought, but we still broke down out of it. Going to break down probably out of this one too. Statistically speaking, without a catalyst, we will break down. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, and there's some ifs, ands, or buts in there, and I get that, but I'm thinking we're going to break down. I'm not saying that we're going to necessarily double bottom at 6,200. We may hit a true double bottom, but it'll be a flash bottom. I don't think it'll be a stable bottom. It'll be a bounce much like we had here. We haven't closed a candle under 6,300. So while we did hit 60, what was that on? This is the BitMEX pair that I've been looking at. We did hit 61.81. We haven't closed a candle under 6,300 in a while. So that shows me that there was a lot of buyers at that 62 to 6,300 mark to snatch that price right back up. So while we break down, I think we'll wick down for the most part and then hang out probably a little longer around the 618 fib before we really make a decision. And depending on when we break out and with what volume we break out of this rising wedge, then I will reevaluate, am I looking for a long-term or a short-term long, or wow, that really sucked balls, I'm looking for a short-term short. I'll kind of reevaluate once we break, because we could make it a little bit longer riding up this wedge before we do break. But I am leaning towards a breakdown. Again, without a catalyst. If something gets approved or some crazy news happens, there's always news-based stuff you got to take into consideration. But no news, I think we break down, not crazy down yet, but at least down out of it. And then how we break, like I said, I'll reevaluate it. Talking about some news and we'll wrap it up. Here's the fake news. Goldman Sachs CFO. Recent reports about crypto trading desk are fake news. And he even says, I never thought I would hear myself use this term, but I really have to describe that news as fake news. And what he's talking about, he's talking about the news that came out that supposedly caused this dump, or it was played a hand in this, made it probably a little more severe than it needed to be. The news that Goldman Sachs was abandoning its plan to open a cryptocurrency trading desk. He kind of hinted out, they talked about exploring digital assets, and they never really used the whole we're going to open a trading desk supposedly, but they actually did say, and he did say this time and then, that they're working on a Bitcoin derivative. Down here says a non-deliverable forwards, which are OTC derivatives settled in US dollars. So they're working on utilizing crypto assets in their structure, but they're not going to open a trading desk, which I actually like this a little bit better than a trading desk. It just makes a little more sense, like a custody type deal. It says, from the perspective of custody, we don't see it an institutional grade custodial solution for Bitcoin. We're interested in having that exist, and it's a long road. So that's kind of what they're looking into, which I think is more bullish than a trading desk. So this could be, once people really understand this, this will be factored into the price, obviously, anyway. But I just think it's kind of funny that Cointelegraph is one of the ones that released this Goldman Sachs abandoning crypto trading desk, and then they came out and they're like, now they're very careful, and they're like dismissing the fact that they're the ones that's one of the ones that screwed up, which is kind of comical. Just admit your mistake. Hey, we reported this prematurely, blah, blah, blah. People would probably respect you a little bit more, but nonetheless, not real. So part of the dump was not real. I know people talked about the manipulation. There was a $40 million short or something crazy opened up like a little bit before then. Could have been coincidental. The shorts did go nuts, though. I was going to talk about this and I actually forgot. The shorts went batshit crazy September 2nd. The shorts were at 2150 or 21,500 or so, and went all the way up to 33,000. So a 50% increase in shorts in the matter of a couple of hours. So something was happening. Something happened there. Nothing crazy in price happened there. Like when you're looking at the middle of September 2nd, the middle of September 2nd was like right in here. Nothing insane happened to make shorts increase by 50%. There's a little bit of phoniness going on there. Maybe not phony. It's just strategy, as people have been calling it. Lastly, Coinbase considers launching crypto ETF with help of Wall Street's BlackRock. Says sources, it's funny how cautious they are with this, because this is news could propel the market the other way, and they're very careful. U.S.-based crypto exchange and wallet service Coinbase looking to create a crypto-based exchange-traded fund. We've talked about the magical three letters ETF for a while. The SEC denied 9 ETFs like a couple weeks ago, the 22nd. It says it at the bottom. Yeah, 22nd. Then the 23rd, they said, we're going to review that. Don't forget, guys, that's still, and gals and aliens, can't forget you guys too, that's still up in the air. We're still not sure what's going to happen with that yet. I'm leaning towards they're going to deny it anyway, but we shall see. But this presents something interesting, because this would be crypto-based companies working in conjunction with Wall Street, not Wall Street-based companies working to get it or against crypto companies. So this is a lot like, I think this has a much better chance of getting approved than the Winklevoss ETF. No offense, guys. I know that the Winklevoss twins run Gemini, which is like the most compliant crypto exchange ever. So I get that, but Coinbase is the biggest USD to crypto exchange, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. It's the most popular. They've been gaining tons of members every single day. So definitely something interesting to watch. I'm not saying this is going to happen, obviously. They've reportedly only had conversations with BlackRock's blockchain group. So I don't think that, I'm not saying it's going to happen in the next week or month or even the next year, but it's good that they're at least talking about it, and Coinbase is looking into some of those some of those additional asset class, or not asset class, but additional investing options with crypto assets. But something definitely to watch. But I hope you guys got something out of this video. Actually went a little longer than I thought it was going to go, probably. I don't have a timer, but if you did get some value out of this video, hit the thumbs up button as well. Subscribe and notification bell down below so you don't miss any of these market updates. Cryptocurrency is extremely volatile, like we talk about all the time, so information is critical. If you want to get more information faster than me just putting videos out, go to the links down below. Either follow me on Twitter, where I just can pop some stuff out, or go to Discord and Telegram and join one or both of those and just turn on notifications and announcements or something. We got a bunch of guys that post a bunch of stuff in there that can really, really help you in your journey. So definitely take advantage of that if you so choose. But again, thank you for watching the video. I hope I brought you the value I aim to bring you every single day, and I look forward to bringing you that value next time.